Ooh, okay, so the beef is heating up, y'all. It's heating up. It's heating up. Alright, so MB shows up this morning to the Breakfast Club in a correction officer's outfit. Where's my soundboard when I need it? Because I need to. Because wow. Wow. Shots fired. Shots fired. So DJ Envy got himself a correctional suit just to say, hey, Rick Ross, at one point in time, my guy, you was the police. You were a corrections officer. You could talk about, I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover. You whipping wings. You selling shooters. Now, hey, you can't say that because you were a correctional officer. That gangster persona that you're portraying doesn't really add up to your law enforcement background. So these are shots that are very personal that I don't think need to be made, but here we are in 2023 being extra messy. Let's get it in. Oh, and they got Donnell Rawlings. My last interruption. This Donnell Rawlings is probably one of the best guests that they have on the Breakfast Club. I will always say that. I always love when I see when they have him on the show. He's always funny. Their relationship is hilarious. The way that their friendship has blossomed over the years is always awesome. And the running joke that they play on him, classic.
Most dangerous morning show, the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, DJ Envy. We got our guest host Donnell Rawlings and Just Hilarious.
What's up?
And it's time for Just with the Mess, and her news is real.
Yeah. Just with the mess, and my news is real. Child, the ghetto.
This is the Rumor Report.
And my news is real.
On the Breakfast Club.
Ooh, honey, it's ghetto up in here.
Hello, Jess.
How are you?
All right, well, let's get to the rumors.
Yeah,
Boy, you look
take it away.
stupid.
Take it away.
What I look like?
Stupid.
What I look like?
A fat cop.
I got my correction officer's outfit
You definitely
on.
look like a CO. It's
That's
given.
right. You know, Friday, Ross went at me for what, like 10, 12 hours. I could tell he was rattled. I could tell something was wrong, so I wore this today to make him feel a little more comfortable.
The fact that you had that outfit, you had that in your car?
I did. So I made it to feel more comfortable. So if you don't know what's going on, Ross, he got a little upset over the weekend because I said he Airbnbs his crib, which is true. That's what he does. Coming to America, they Airbnb'd his crib.
It's not an Airbnb.
Eddie Murphy man-milked all on his bed. The cast of Boomerang, because they shot Boomerang at his crib. The cast, man-milked on his bed. So he responded, and this is...
Okay, so he's saying that they were... Okay, yeah.
Responded
You get
and
it.
said this.
I just told the people was coming to clean up my pool to hold on. Because I said Envy and his 7 sons could come over here. Y'all could handle this pool for the pool party July 2nd. DJ Envious, you just started a pool cleaning service. Because you got a job. You work. That's all. I'm kind of confused. You're talking to a boss and you got a job that you got to report to. Don't get fired by that white man. And I'm inviting to the car show and the pool party.
Yes.
But you don't have 7 sons.
I don't have 7 sons. I know he's capping, but I like to go. But yes, I
You
do
might
have a
have
boss.
7 sons. Oh,
I
it's just
don't
a
have
joke.
7. I got 6 kids. I got 4 girls, 2 boys.
It
But
was a
anyway,
joke. It was a
but I
joke.
do have a boss. Shout out to Bob Pittman. That's one of my bosses. He actually owns iHeart, but he has a boss too. John Venata is his boss.
Who's John Venata?
That's the Miami warden, the correctional facility warden. That is his boss.
stop. You
No,
gotta
that is the
stop.
truth.
You
That
gotta
is the
stop.
truth.
Oh, that's Rick
Ross' boss.
That's Rick Ross'
You
boss.
gotta
Rick
stop.
Ross gets a
Ross.
pension.
You're going too
Okay,
far.
I was like, wait, where's he
Absolutely.
going?
Charlamagne,
Okay.
shut up. So now let me get in the character. Ross, play some other music. You got Bad Boys, Bad Boys. What you gonna do? You got that? There we go. Now.
The beige rage is an all-time high. Look at this little bar right
You
here.
would stand by the showers and watch the boys take a shower.
Jumpin' Jacks.
What?
Then you moved to corrections. And what did you do? You watched the boys take a shower. That's what you did. You said another boy, so you wanted another one. And then another one. And then another one. And then they asked you about it, and this is what you said.
What made you want to do that?
One of my big homies had just got in trouble and a lot of things were going on.
Stop.
He just suggested it.
Just suggest that's not a boss. That's not a boss. That's a follower.
My big homie told me to do it.
That's not a boss. That's actually a sucker. That's somebody that follows what people are doing.
You gotta stand up for yourself.
That's not a boss.
Why is Jess
That's
being
not a boss.
messy?
You better eat.
Shut up.
You think I'm Big Meech?
No, your officer Ricky.
I think I'm Larry Hoover.
No, your officer Ricky.
Yo.
Now you talk about boss and all the boss
Okay.
moves you did.
See, the problem with Rick Ross is, like, you have to pick who you're gonna go against. Like, if you're gonna have a feud with somebody online, people you probably shouldn't do it with are people whose job is literally to have like a production of people, and their job is to be on the radio to just talk about stuff all day. Like his literal job is to talk about stuff every single day of the week, right? Like you might get to be on Twitter or whatever for 5 seconds, and you might get to talk for a couple minutes, but he literally can set the narrative every single day for the foreseeable future, for however long he wants. He can make sure that they never play your songs. He can make sure that every time that they talk about you, the only thing that they ever talk about on their channel, on their radio station, is the most negative possible stuff. That every time anything comes that's supposed to be good, any of your artists come through, he can really start. So like, these are kind of things that like, Rick Ross probably doesn't care about this stuff. But like, I think that these are relationships that you're going to regret that you burned over a car show.
We reported a story 3 weeks ago about your guy. Your guy.
Gunplay is my brother. He has the Mac in the back of the 7 Series, and that's my brother.
We reported a story that Gunplay, shout out to Gunplay, friends of the room. We reported a story that he had to, put a GoFundMe up because he was having some problems.
If that's your brother, you take care of your brother.
See,
I don't even like Charlamagne. I would never allow
I don't like him
Charlamagne to
either,
put.
too, son.
I would never
First
allow
of
him
all,
to
you
put
love
GoFundMe.
me. You love me, and you better stop. You love me.
I would never
and
allow
you're going
you.
too far.
Never.
I love you, MD.
Never in a million years allow you to do a GoFundMe. I would never allow Clue to do a GoFundMe. I would never allow any of my people in my family to do a GoFundMe. But Chance, that's boss moves. You're not boss. You're a coward. You actually suck it. Then you said this. Then you said this.
I know, this is...
Hold on. This is
If I
like
DM,
relax,
I
guys.
got love for Envy.
The
Y'all
thing
gotta
is, like,
understand.
it started off as a joke, but like I said, a lot of these things, like, guys know about this, right? Some of these fights, like, yo, you and your homies just joking around. It starts off like, I smack you here, smack there, like, or, somebody just making a funny joke. But then the joke gets, all right, that was funny, but all right, let me get you back. Let me get you back. Now we for real in a full-on fight, full-on argument over something super trivial, just because neither man wants to back down or neither woman wants to back down, so it sucks.
It's his black side love me. It's his white side that don't want to see us win.
You got a point.
That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
Oh,
I'm
hey,
not
man.
talking
Rick
about
Ross
no
cooking.
beefing with him.
Rick Ross
It's his black side love me. It's the other side that don't want to see you win.
Now you about to bring the Dominicans in. Here you go.
my
Here
God.
you go. Now Envy really about to lose it.
I don't like when nobody else say it because it's true, but like he ain't had to say
That's
that.
right. It's true, but nobody else can say it but
don't
us.
say that,
I'm with
yeah.
you.
Well, first of all, I'm fully black. We all know that.
That's not true. We don't know that for
It's
sure.
the street side I like a rose when he raps, but the correction officer side is not the side I like.
Yeah.
Just stop.
Then
I
pause.
just want to say that, but I wish Rick Ross the best in his
You
car
can't.
show.
No, don't wish me the best.
No.
You don't wish nobody the best.
You don't wish
You
it
wish
was
nobody the best
No,
after
no,
that.
because it's all fake and it's all lies. Everything you do is a lie, and I'm so surprised you've been rattled. You're Rick Ross, but you're going at me. You said I'm not on your level, but you proved that I am.
Yes.
Because every sentence and every mention is me.
Yes.
You sleep with me on your mind.
He went all live.
He wants to see me in the shower.
DJ Envious.
Could you shut up?
All right.
And lastly, I do want to congratulate Rick Ross. I do want to congratulate him on a serious note. His daughter just had a baby, so he's now a grandfather. So drop a bomb for Grandpa Rose.
Doing too much, too old. You be doing it.
You now get 55 years
this
old.
is
You're a
so
grandfather.
messy
You get
and
discounts at
unnecessary.
IHOP now.
Unnecessary.
And now we said like, on Friday that
Free before 12 with high cholesterol. Free before 12 with diabetes. Free before 12 with gout. Now all grandfathers
Listen,
free before
like-
12. Law enforcement
Right.
free before 12.
The thing
Correction.
is, like, it's funny, and like I always say, like, because we're on the outside looking in, it's always funny to us, right? It's always gonna be funny. Like, you guys can laugh, I can laugh, I think it's funny, but you guys are ruining your friendship. Like, you're saying things that you can't take back, right? Like, and that's the truth of it. Is like, that would be my advice to like regular people in this situation. Is like, you have to remember that. Yeah, there's certain things that you can say that you can never take back, right? And once you say those things, or once you utter those phrases or those words, or you've let it be known, and you have irrevocably changed the trajectory of your friendship, right? And if you're okay with that, if you can live with that, and then go for it. But I don't think you should be losing all your friends just over, it's a car show. that you guys hold separately, and one person just said, "Oh, mine's better." Okay, cool. Yours is better. Like I would be like, "Oh, sweet, yours is better." Like oh, yours is better. Cool. You know, like have fun of yours. The people who come to mine, they enjoy mine just fine, right? Like it's not really a competition. We can come together, have a giant car show. You can be one of the stops. I can, like that's how I would imagine that they would have done it. Is like, all right, well, you're gonna have one, I'm gonna have one. Let me see how I can funnel some of my people to you. Let me see how you can funnel, so we can eat together. But that's not what it is. Right now it's let's tear each other down, which I don't really like that stuff. I think the beef is funny. Like I think the jokes are funny, like obviously, but in the grand scheme of things, you like to see these brothers come together and unite and do something bigger, because they can really have a ginormous car show. Think about all the stops they can do, But I digress. Let's get back to the juicy stuff.
Officers, free before 12.
This started about car shows.
It did, and he turned left.
Why?
He turned left. I don't know why he went left.
No,
So he
why
left.
is this happening? Why?
I really don't know, but
It's
he went
about
left, so
car
I can
shows.
go left as well.
All right.
But and that is your rumor report.
See,
Now, we both.
see, that's the thing. It's like he went left, so I can go left too. It's because he's stooping to that level, and that's the thing. It's like this is where the ego's starting to come in, and the ego's starting to show, and nobody wants to be the first to back down. Nobody wants to say, "Hey, I maybe took it too far," and nobody wants to do that yet. So hopefully, it doesn't get to a place that's like violent or something, or that would just be super stupid.
Villiers, we have a lot in common. My father's a police officer. He's with police officers. He's no difference between him and 6ix9ine. Him and 6ix9ine are the complete.
You do
same.
look like a New York cop now. You do look like you
That
can pull it
is.
off.
Him and 6ix9ine are the complete same. They both work with law enforcement. Now, I'm really surprised that this industry has never checked him and never talked about his correction officer status.
They have.
They
What are you
have.
talking about?
I
Now,
think-
everybody on the slide, he was a correction officer. You know what you have to be to be a
what?
correction officer?
You just need a
It's
job.
gonna be.
But it's not a so what. You can't talk about rap and all the keys that you push and everything that you do
Right.
when you like, I know the real Noriega.
And then I think I'm big,
Jess, shut up.
It's a thing we want to radio.
I thought this was
All right,
about car
what's up?
shows.
It was about caution. When he made a left, I'm willing to take lefts, rights,
And-
whatever you want to do.
If you can see, Charlemagne is trying. He's trying to pour water on the fire, right? Because right now, DJ Envy is going to the same place that Rick Ross is going, and I think Charlemagne knows where this is headed, right? Like this is headed to a place where they're not going to be able to. It might already be. They might have crossed that Rubicon already, right? They might that threshold might have been crossed where there's no going back anymore. Once you bring DJ Envy's kids into it, and that guy gets, he's getting personal, calling you a rat, calling you 6ix9ine, right? Like you can't, there's no coming back from that. As you call me a B, you call me a rat. You said I'm a snitch. You said I'm a cop, bruh. Nah, bro. We not cool. We not doing nothing. We not finna, hang out. Ain't no what's ups. None of that. So, and I think that's what Charlemagne is trying to do. Is he's trying to get them to like, kind of, rein it in, bring it back a little bit. Like he's like, yo, this started over a car show. Like this shouldn't have gone this far. This is going way too far, and you guys are pushing it to the point where there is no return.
You took a whole
Grandpa,
detour.
that's right.
You went somewhere
He started. We can go all the way. I will not stop, Grandpa.
All
God.
day.
See?
All right.
I know that's right.
Look at Jess.
I like this. Look at
What's up
that.
with
He
you,
looks
Jess?
so cute, like little Luigi.
Well, there are
Look at
people
it,
that
Luigi,
You know what's so
will
crazy?
definitely go
I told Envy
all
this
the way.
weekend I was proud of him that he didn't stoop to a low level, because Envy could stunt if he wanted to. Envy could show off his houses and his cars
Absolutely.
and everything, and I was happy he didn't do that. And here he go.
I think he could have. He still can, cause the house you just
You
bought,
just like seeing mess.
No, I don't. This is good.
Like that. All right, well, let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. Let's move out of here. Let me take this the fat suit out.
It's too late. The
That's
damage is
how
done.
Tyler Perry beat every
The
time.
damage been done on Friday.
Okay.
All right. But like I said, let's open up the phone lines. 800-585-1051. If you haven't heard, Kanye.
I really do think that DJ Envy is like done with Rick Ross. I think that DJ Envy, I think this was like the last straw. Like this, like however childish this was, his response was. I think that he was genuinely hurt by the things that Rick Ross said, and I think that like when he confronted Desus and Mero about what they said about his wife, when Rick Ross said the things he said about his children, his daughters, his wife. I think that was the bridge. He was like, you know what? Screw it. You want to go there? We're all going there together. And I think he's we're watching him burn that bridge, and I'm almost certain he's one of those people. He strikes me as one of those people. I don't know. I could be wrong. He strikes me as one of those people that holds a grudge. Holds a grudge for a very long time. Very long time.